Hey, the plan today is simple. News has been released about the 1.5 content update coming to Stardew Valley. I've compiled a list of 25 new features that have been confirmed by the creator himself in the last week. I'm not here to waste anyone's time today, so let's go rapid fire and knock this list out real quick once. On October 16th, Concerned Ape confirmed that there will be split screen co-op, and attached to that was a screenshot that tells us so much more about what's to come with this update. I mentioned split screen 3 times in the last news video, and I'm thrilled to hear it went from unlikely for technical reasons to confirmed for the 1.5 update. Eric also responded to fans of the game on the same day that yes, this will come to console and PC, though the number of simultaneous players might vary. On PC, you will be able to have up to 4, but on some platforms, it might be limited to 2. Let's examine the screenshot itself and see what we have going on. Starting on the left side of the split screen, we gotta call out the obvious. There's a slime with sunglasses and a smirk. Not exactly what I was thinking about when Concerned Ape asked me about updates I'd want to see to the slimes, but it's so cool. Next up, if we look to the inventory bar, there's also a new item in that last item slot. It looks a lot like ginger root and could be similar to how we dig up winter roots, but I'll tell you why I think it's actually a crop later on based on what I noticed on the right side of the screenshot. Zooming out, there's something different about the overall look of the mines. The texture used in the tillable soil already exists, but not in that color. Additionally, some of the rocks look more purple, and we haven't seen that before. Hard to tell whether this is just updated lighting or textures, but I like it. More importantly, my next point is that this is likely an updated look of the mushroom floor that occasionally spawns between levels 81 and 119 of the mines. Usually, you can tell it's a mushroom floor by the wall lamps changing to a green color instead of red, but now it looks like there's mushrooms surrounding the environment, and I really like that. Back to the inventory bar, check out the weapon. It looks similar to the Galaxy Sword or Dagger, but certainly different. This might be a new weapon itself, a reskin, or an upgrade for one of the existing pointy-ended things. Now, one of my favorite things about this screen cap is what looks to be a metalhead monster, but with a completely refreshed look with darker colors, horns, and teeth. This could be a new monster or just a reskin, and I dig it. Moving on to the character, I don't think there's anything new here with the hair because it looks similar to the number 25 hairstyle, but it's hard to tell with him in motion. What is definitely new though is that hat. A pirate hat already exists, but this is different. I'm not sure I know how to describe the style, let me know if you do. Additionally, he must be wearing what looks like a banana shirt. Banana trees are confirmed with this update, so I'm going with that guess. Heading over to the right side of the screenshot, and we have what looks like a new farm. Admittedly, this could be an endgame island area where you happen to own the land and can build on it, but either way. The theme is likely a beach because of the starfish in the sand, but deserts were once oceans, so I don't know. On to the finer details, we see a new tree seed. Banana or possibly mango. Small detail, but it's an important one. Looking in front of the upgraded shed, there's a new green chest. It's more ornate than existing chests. Whether it functions similarly is anyone's guess. It could be larger storage, or perhaps specifically for gold or certain treasures. Or maybe it's a chest that only you can access in multiplayer. Right next to the green chest is what appears to be a new machine with a bone on it. Perhaps it can turn bones into fertilizer, or perhaps it's an artifact duplicator. It would be cool if it had something to do with archaeology. Also, nested around some furnaces, there's a new wooden object. It resembles a mailbox, and my guess is that it's some sort of hopper machine. Maybe this is a hint at some automation where we can place coal and smelting materials in it to keep the furnaces fed and going. Above this and past the fence is another new row of 3 machines. They appear to be connected together with piping, and the top resembles the wood chipper machine, so they likely process something. To the right of the 3 machines is another new container of sorts. It looks kind of like a chest, and it could potentially be connected to the 3 machines. Any guesses to what this could possibly be? Zooming out, let's take a moment to appreciate the new crop growing around and above the shed. My detective skills lead me to believe that this is probably ginger being grown. Thanks, Google. Back to inside the fence parameters, there's a new end table with a red telephone on it. This seems to add more credibility to the fact that you can place furniture outside now, but what I really want to know is if the phone is functional or not. Maybe we'll be able to call NPCs and interact or find out where they're at. Let me know if you have other ideas. Adding to the furniture outside theory, there's a bench by the lightning rods. As long as I get to sit on it in-game, I'm happy. On the rightmost side of the shot, there's also some kind of solar essence statue, trophy, or machine. My crazy theory is that it replaces the desert warp obelisk because I don't really care for how much space they take up on my farm. A little less obvious feature is that there appears to be a new flooring pattern. It does look similar to indoor floor patterns I've seen, but never outside. My next one is the thingy to the right of the crystallarium. Is it a statue or machine? Maybe it collects things, duplicates things, or something else useful. I hope you guys have better ideas than I do. Heading over to the melon patch, we see there's a beetle on a melon. If this is a new farm, maybe the beetles replace the crows that eat your crops. Or perhaps it's a good beetle. That's a thing, right? I do hope I don't have to deal with both crows and beetles eating my fields of crops. To round things up, I'm back to more clothing options. The character appears to be wearing a pleated skirt, but I tested a bunch, and there's no dye options with overalls to make a top that looks similar. So is that a dress over a shirt? I don't know. I'm not exactly a fashion expert. My closet is filled with flannels and tank tops. Maybe someone who knows more than me can let us know. Okay, that wraps up every feature I could decipher from CA's latest post. I want to hear from you guys on anything I missed or if you have other ideas. Selfishly, I loved reading all of your comments and ideas on my last 1.5 news video, so that's one of the main reasons I wanted to cover this today. As always, feel free to like the video or subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thanks for helping this channel grow so much in the last month, and don't think I haven't noticed some of you following my Twitch channel, even though I haven't gone live yet. I promise, it's coming. Before I go, I want to answer a couple of quick questions I've already addressed in comment replies or previous videos, but I know they'll be asked again. Actually, you can ask again anyway, since comments are good for the algorithm. Question 1. When is the release date? Eric's tweeted in the past that the release date would be this year, but I wouldn't hold him to that. Historically, all work on Stardew Valley has been completed by Eric himself, and only recently by a couple more additions to the team. I haven't seen anything confirming whether it's one or more people currently working on the 1.5 update, but it's safe to say that the team is pretty small. Updates do tend to come out toward the end of the year, but that's no guarantee. This leads me to the second question. Will it release for console and other devices at the same time as PC? Again, there's no way of knowing, but historically, console updates tend to come out a couple of months after the PC release. This was actually one of the reasons why I ended up switching from my Nintendo Switch to play on PC, because I'm not very patient when it comes to waiting for releases, but I'm trying my best. If you want to stay up to date on the 1.5 update news, your best bet is to follow Eric on Twitter @ConcernedApe. He also tends to post some really wholesome content that I enjoy, like his rendition of Moonlight Jellies on his grandfather's guitar. Twitter can be kind of a toxic place at times, so that's a nice change of pace. That's it for me today. Thanks for watching.